Well, here we are on the 31st of August. It's harvest log, I think it's day 24. And we've moved from wheat temporarily into the winter beans. It's a crop of wizard winter beans. And the reason for that really is to try and give the wheat another day to dry before we go and cut some wheat that's probably too wet to cut. This is around the 20%, 19.5%, 20% moisture. If we can take sort of 3 or 4% out of the beans, bearing in mind it's a lower yield per hectare, sort of it's running around the sort of 4 tonnes a hectare mark. Skylark jumping out of there. Then we've obviously got less material to put through the dryer. It means then that the wheat, instead of being 20% when we get to it tomorrow, hopefully will be sort of 18, 19, so we can get that through a little bit faster and a little bit more cheaply as well. So it's not a bad crop of beans. It's very, very weedy underneath. That's the trouble. The herbicides on beans, since sort of simazine and things like that have been withdrawn. Trying to get them clean is really, really hard work. So there's a lot of rubbish. I don't know whether you can see that. There's a lot of rubbish going into the tank there, but that's fine. We'll clean that out. I suppose you could argue it's better in the tank and in the yard and on a fire than going back on the ground. But that's where we are really. Been a frustrating few days. Heavy rain, and we're lucky to be going. Really, it's good that we've got a break crop like beans to sort of spread the harvest and allow us to sort of jump around. We've got 50 hectares. We probably won't get it all done tonight, so there'll be a little bit to do in the morning before we move into wheat for a few days. We've still got a bit of spring barley to cut up on the hill, but we'll need to get that down to less than 16% ideally, so that we can tip it straight up in the shed. At the moment we haven't got the space to dry the barley and put it straight on the floor till we get a bit of the tipple shifted that we combined earlier in the week, I suppose it was. Right, so that's where we are, and stay tuned to see how we are progressing.